All right, one thing I want to talk about is the reality that things happen outside the meeting. The meeting happens outside the meeting, that old saying. And you got to be careful with it, but there are mechanisms in place to help navigate it. Your governing documents, I almost promise you, your governing documents say this, and state statute says this, that the board can take an action outside of the meeting so long as it's a unanimous consent by all board members, a unanimous consent. So look, I mean, you should always hold decisions for a board meeting if you can, because meetings are supposed to be open and you want to be able to see the members. You want your members to be seeing that you're conducting business in a transparent way. But we all know that the reality, everything happens in real time and we're all emailing all day long, right? And a lot of decisions are made via email, and that's okay. The state legislators and even back into the 70s and 80s, they knew that the business was going to happen outside of the meeting, whether it was on the phone or whether it was via email. So that's why that provision is there, that yes, you can make a decision because there are things that happen that can't wait until next month. So you can do it at a meeting, outside of a meeting, but everyone has to agree. That's kind of like this stipulation. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because if you're not allowing for discussion, it needs to be more difficult to make that decision. So totally fine that we're making decisions via email. Ratify them at the next board meeting, by the way. Just a good practice to be in. Just make a motion of all the decisions made, we ratify. But when you get to that, just for organizational purposes, if you're going to vote by email, start a new email string. Start a fresh string, because obviously there's a lot of discussion that's happening. And when you get to that point, if you know what, I think we're going to vote, have one person in your board say, I want to move that we approve the landscape contract. And here's what it is. And then I need everyone to vote, yes, I agree. Reply all. So everyone then responds, yes, I approve, yes, I approve, yes, I approve. So you have one email string that you can put in the file and say, yep, that landscape contract was approved by unanimous consent of the board because we're allowed to do it. So make decisions outside of a board meeting, hold them if you can. But if you do need to make it, that's what you should do. Start a new email string and organize your records in that way.